God bless the NDA. It is just unbelievable. This whole event, his whole platform is immigrants are dangerous. Immigrants are killing our country. We have to stop the immigrants. And all the stars of the Third Reich were there, including Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, who made quite an entrance.
All I do is win, win.
Hey, USA, USA, USA. Why?
5 minutes earlier, a policeman spotted Tucker Carlson on the subway. He said, "Are you lost, little girl?"
Tired of feeling down about politics? Get ready for a laughter-filled journey through Trump's most embarrassing rally yet. We're talking Melania's prenup-approved appearance, Tucker's hyena impression, and Trump's very own time travel warnings.
Melania Trump made a rare appearance in compliance with Section 3, subsection 2.7 of her prenuptial agreement. And I have look at the way these two lovebirds interact with each other. Their chemistry, it's positively smoldering.
A second Hitler. How does that make you feel? Because you know him better than anyone.
Correct. It's terrible. He's not Hitler, and all of his supporters, they're standing behind him because they want to see country successful.
Appearance, it was as if they caught her in a glue trap at Saks Fifth Avenue and dragged her there. Your wife has to answer questions about her husband being a Hitler. It might be time to reel it in.
But that's not all. Jimmy Kimmel's here to turn this political tragedy into comedy gold. By the end of this video, you'll be laughing so hard you might just forget about the state of democracy for a minute. This has always blown my mind a little bit. 91% that watch this show regularly haven't subscribed. Could I ask you for a small favor before we start? If you like this show, what we do here, and want to support us, the free simple way you can do just that is by hitting the subscribe button.
Stars, look who else showed up.
Good evening, New York City, our hometown. Let's size this moment.
Size this moment. It looks like a 48 regular to me. I don't know.
Alright folks, gather around for the latest installment of As the Trump Turns. A soap opera so wild, it makes days of our lives look like C-SPAN. Our setting, Madison Square Garden, packed to the brim with MAGA enthusiasts eagerly awaiting their orange messiah. But instead of a well-oiled political machine, what they got was a clown car of chaos that would make even the most seasoned circus ringmaster blush. First up, we had Alina Habba, strutting in like she was auditioning for America's Next Top Disaster. Her choice of entrance music? All I Do Is Win. Talk about irony, folks. It's like showing up to a job interview in your pajamas and expecting to be hired on the spot. But hey, at least she didn't trip over her own ego on the way in. Then came Elon Musk, trying to pump up the crowd with all the enthusiasm of a wet sock. You know it's bad when the guy who shoots cars into space can't even get people excited about chanting USA, USA. It was like watching paint dry. If the paint was orange and had a Twitter addiction, maybe he should stick to rockets and leave the rallying to the professionals. But wait, there's more. Enter Tucker Carlson, looking like he just escaped from a boarding school for evil preppy kids.
I have look at the way these two lovebirds interact with each other. Their chemistry, it's positively smoldering.
Please welcome our next Commander-in-Chief, my husband, President Donald J. Trump.
To me, there's nothing more beautiful than watching a man and his wife try not to smudge each other's bronzing cream, you know?
His laughter echoed through the arena like a hyena with hiccups. It was so awkward, even the crickets were considering early retirement. You'd think with all that Fox News money, he could afford a better evil laugh coach. And let's not forget the man of the hour, the big cheese himself, Donald J. Trump. Now, I don't want to say he was overcompensating, but his entrance was so grandiose, it made Kim Jong-un's parades look like a kid's birthday party. It's like he forgot he's running for president, not auditioning for the next Marvel supervillain. The whole shebang was so cringe-worthy, it made Kamala Harris's closing arguments look like Shakespeare. And that's saying something, folks. It was less of a political rally and more of a who can embarrass themselves the most contest.
She greets him like he made a delivery to her art gallery. This appearance, it was as if they caught her in a glue trap at Saks Fifth Avenue and dragged her there.
And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today.
And let me tell you, there were no losers in that competition, except maybe for American democracy. But here's the kicker. While we're all busy cringing and laughing, young voters are actually getting more politically engaged. Turns out watching these political shenanigans is like a twisted form of civic education. Who knew that the path to political awareness was paved with bad hair dye and even worse dance moves? Just when you thought Trump's rally couldn't get any weirder, folks, it's time to buckle up for a wild ride through the twilight zone of politics. Our orange-tinted hero took the stage, ready to wow his fans with his unique brand of wisdom. But instead of brilliant insights, we got a trip through Trump's personal time warp. First up, Trump warned that a vote for Kamala Harris is basically a vote for World War II. Looks like someone's history book is a few decades off. Maybe he thinks Harris is secretly plotting with Hitler's ghost. Who knows, but hey, at least he's keeping us on our toes, right? Then Donnie Diaper started going on about draft notices like he was handing out party invitations. Pretty ironic coming from a guy who dodged the draft faster than he dodges questions about his taxes. It's like watching a cat trying to teach dogs how to climb trees. Amusing, but not very convincing. But the real kicker? Joe Rogan spilled the beans about Trump's apparent superhuman bladder control during their 3-hour podcast. Now, I'm no doctor, but sitting still for 3 hours without a bathroom break? That's either a medical miracle or, well, let's just say Kimmel's got a theory. His diagnosis: Trump is for sure wearing diapers now. Guess that explains all the shifting during his speeches. Maybe we should start calling him the commander-in-chief of Depends. From time-traveling warnings to diaper rumors, Trump's rally was less "Make America Great Again" and more "Make America Cringe Again." But here's the thing, while we're all busy laughing and face-palming, something interesting is happening. Young voters are actually getting more politically engaged. It's like these rallies are some kind of bizarre social experiment to see how much cringe the human mind can handle before it snaps. Think about it. Who'll break first? Grumpy Trumpy with his nuclear tan, or the poor souls in the audience trying not to facepalm so hard they give themselves concussions? It's a weird game of chicken between politicians and voters, and somehow it's working. These cringe fests are turning into a twisted form of civic education, but here's the million-dollar question. Will this actually translate to more butts in voting booths, or just more likes on social media? According to a 2022 Pew Research study, 23% of US adults use Reddit. That's a whole lot of potential voters scrolling through cat memes between political debates. Are we witnessing the birth of a new breed of politically savvy, meme-loving voters? Or are we just collectively losing our minds? So there you have it, folks. Trump's rally turned out to be less of a political powerhouse and more of a comedy goldmine. Who knew that watching a bunch of grown adults make fools of themselves could be so entertaining? And let's be real, Jimmy Kimmel's roast was the cherry on top of this cringe sundae. He reminded us that sometimes the best way to deal with political madness is to laugh at it. But here's the kicker. All this mockery might actually be doing some good. A study found that 60% of young voters felt more politically engaged after watching satirical content. So next time you're feeling down about politics, just remember, at least it's good for a laugh. And who knows, maybe all this giggling will lead to more people actually showing up to vote. Now that would be a plot twist even Trump couldn't see coming.